Welcome to CLEF Notes, brief answers to theological questions. Our question today, what really is Christian faith? Traditionally, Christian faith is talked about in two ways. One is the content of faith. What is it that is believed? That is what is called the Christian faith. We find that content, of course, in Scripture. It's been condensed in statements like the Apostles' Creed and Nicene Creed. That's what's called the faith. But the act of faith is another thing, isn't it? It's believing that content. Well, there's a lot to that act of faith. For example, we read in Hebrews 11 that faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Well, we can talk about the things, but what is the assurance? What is the conviction? Now, for about the last 400 years, an acronym has been used, CAT, K-A-T, to help us understand the content of that act of faith. Knowledge, assent, and trust. Knowledge, assent, and trust. If you're keeping score in Latin, that's notitia, assensus, and fiducia, or fiducia, depending on what Latin system you use. What's that all about, knowledge, assent, and trust? Well, the knowledge of Christian faith is what we just talked about. What did Jesus Christ do? Where did he come from? What did he teach? What kind of miracles did he do? What happened on the cross? What happened after he died? He rose again from the dead. That is the content of Christian faith. That's the knowledge, okay? And then what is assent? Well, it's believing that knowledge is true, believing that data is true, that report is true. And you might say at this point, well, that's enough then, isn't it? I have knowledge, and I believe that it's true about Jesus. So that must mean I'm a Christian. Well, hold on there, because certainly we have knowledge about Muhammad, for example, and knowledge about Buddha, and knowledge about Joseph Smith, the founder of Mormonism. And we can say that these people existed because they did. And they did many things, and we certainly can believe that what they did was true. But knowing that Muhammad existed, for example, and many of the things that he did actually happened and are true, that doesn't make me a Muslim. Nor if I look at the teachings of Buddha and say, well, some of these are true, and he existed and he did this, doesn't make me a Buddhist. Same thing when it comes to the writings of Joseph Smith and his actions. Believing that they're true doesn't make me a Mormon. Well, what's then the key? The key, when it comes to Christ and all that he has done for us, when it comes to faith, is believing that what he did for me. And living daily in that confidence. That's the trust, right? That's the true essence of Christian faith. Believing that what Jesus did and what he continues to do, it was done and is being done for me every single day. And living in that reality. That is Christian faith. That's why the Small Catechism of Luther ends with that statement, for the words for you require all hearts to believe, as in given in and shed for you for the remission of sins. Boy, that gives us a lot to think about, doesn't it? This knowledge, assent, and trust. But I hope that can get you a little bit further down the road with your understanding of the Christian faith and your life as a Christian. And I hope you can join us next time on CLEF Notes.